Well, far be it from me to make this seem like some pity party. I just decided to record some of my thoughts today, document some of my inner reflections as I think about my past, think about those that were ahead of me that have failed in their lives, that didn't go as far for whatever reason, that either they didn't feel inspired to move on or whatever the case was. I'm talking mainly about those members of my family that never really had a chance to make it. Mainly those male figures I looked up to growing up as a kid that I've mentioned in close conversation. I grew up with three uncles, my mother's brothers, and they're no longer with us now, but they all had positive characteristics that, of course, I dwelled on, and I learned a few things. You can learn pretty much from anybody that you come across, whether it's positive or negative. But really, I'm seeing that, well, I never really had a chance to make it. I mean, very much further than my station in life now. It's not that I'm a doubter, but, when you reach a certain age in life, you realize that you've plateaued and you run out of options. You think you've run out of options because it seems like there's not really anything for you other than being stuck in the rat race. And it's tough when you're really kind of tired of being in the rat race, You want to try to be creative and do things, which is what I'm doing here with this project, more or less to say that, well, I'm just still feeling my way around and seeing how this thing works. Part of me wants to create a journal of my experiences, and the other part of me wants to stay out of it and remain discreet because, we want to keep our business and our personal stuff personal, keep things to ourselves. This social media age has allowed for people to, well, essentially show out. As an extreme example, people like to go and show out and show themselves and showboat. I've never really been that type of person. I've more been a person of just demonstrating your skill and experience and maybe imparting your knowledge on other people. What you learn, what you gain in knowledge and share with others, or what you're able to share with others anyway. But the problem I've faced is that I've never really felt I've measured up. I've never felt qualified to really share my experiences with others. And even when I have gained some professional experience, it seems like, people don't fully acknowledge it. And then, on the other hand, you don't really want to share your experiences with certain people. You don't want to share your experiences with the masses because it's none of their business. So that's pretty much right now what I struggle with doing, and because I'm not a public person. I consider myself a private person like anybody else, I imagine, but I just don't want to be out there showing people every single thing. Every aspect of my life is not out for public display. So what motivated me to come out here today? Well, first of all, just to set the scene for you, I'm actually sitting outside in the sunlight, because I've been experiencing a shortage of vitamin D, and this has been a thing for the past couple of years now. Actually, since my last doctor visit, doctor informed me that I should probably be taking vitamin D. During this pandemic scenario, I've wanted to, remain indoors, not so much for the protocol reasons, for reasons of satisfying national protocol, federal protocol or whatever. But I just, of course, I'm not a person that likes to be around a whole lot of people anyway. So, and I like being at home. I like my private life. I like being somewhere safe because I have control over that. And it seems like people out here, around you are just frantic. And it's just more than just people in line at Walmart. It's just like people are losing their minds gradually. And it seems like it can happen at any time. Where you're around somebody that can just snap. We're 6 months into this thing now. I've found myself something to do, to help with my income situation somewhat, but it's still not enough. But I'm getting by. I'm managing. And I'm trying to not lose focus and not become too stressed myself as I'm out here doing my best to provide for my family. But it's tough, man. It's tough. 6 months down the road with this thing, man. And I just saw the news reported 28,000 being let go from Disney. I'm pretty sure they already, the employees working for Disney knew about it already before it was publicly released. And then I caught wind of cruise ship carriers interested in selling their cruise ships off. Ground transportation business pretty much is grounded to a halt. I mean, they're still, doing some things, making some moves. I speak on that from experience because I worked a number of years, driving charter buses all over the country, all over the region. And one thing's for sure, I'm glad that I'm not in it now, at this moment, because they've had to furlough a lot of people, and a lot of people in that line of work, depend on that for primary income. So there's a lot that's going on, and I'm getting ready to, head into the holiday season. And consumerism, or actually, commerce is taking a hit. I don't even know what level consumerism can be to bring it back again. I mean, it won't be anywhere where it was in previous years, of course, because this is something that we've never really faced before, at least, in my lifetime to this point. I just wonder how much longer. How much longer this is going to last, man. How much longer we're going to have to deal with this. And then you got people out here that are just impatient, and they're going out there and they're gathering, they're getting together, and it's prolonging things because, people are out there in social settings because they feel, boxed in, and they need to get out. They want to congregate. They want to interact with other people. And then before you know it, there's another spike in infections. And then on the other hand, people are wondering whether or not this whole thing is real, that All this is some kind of contrivance having to do with social engineering. It's just too much. There's a lot to think about, and there's a lot of information. Sometimes you just need to unplug from it all, and just get back to your inner self, which is why I'm glad I'm out here today. I'm able to be out here in the park today and get some sunlight. Do a little meditation, Just get into inner self. All right, so we'll see what happens in the next 6 months. Hopefully this will be well behind us. Peace, everybody. I didn't have anything. Just wanted to, lend a few words. More of this to follow. Peace.